Everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today. I'm tying Dave's more bitchin Bream fly, as he calls it. It's my friend Dave's fly that he uses for the black bream, porgy, snapper, whatever you want to call them, here in Japan. He gave me one on my last trip because we were supposed to be fishing for triple tail, but we couldn't get offshore because of the wind. So we ended up fishing for bream in the lagoon, and I never had any bream flies with me, and it was absolutely devastating. I had 9 on the first day, which is nearly unheard of there, and the fly definitely seemed to be playing a part in it. So as always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page if anyone wants to support the channel, get access to the online classes and enter the giveaways. Alternatively, you can subscribe, like the video, share the video, watch all the way to the end. That will help the channel to grow. So I've got my hook, my vise. This is a Gamakatsu B10S size 8. You don't want these flies that big. This is not a hook I would have ever chosen for the bream, but it couldn't argue with the results. They were going in, they were hooking up quite well. Sometimes they fish, you'll get an eat, but they're quite hard to put the hook in. I run on some olive uni thread, and I'm just figure eighting on a pair of small bead chains. You can also use small dumbbells, like the mini presentation eyes are good for this kind of style of fly. Went under the eyes, over the hook, locking everything in. We're going to come down to the back, just at the start of the bend. We're going to take, say, half a dozen strands of crystal flash, catch it in, a couple of turns, and I'll take some olive D-rib, and this is nymph size. You can also use medium if you want it to be a bit more segmented, I would say, but Dave's got both in his box, and there's no any rhyme or reason. It just happens to be I think whatever spool he picks up, to be honest. Tie them in. Trim a wee short tail, just maybe a bit of body length. And I'll take the crystal flash again, come in, catch it, and I'll tie this down. And I'll just come through the eyes again, just to lock them in a bit better. If you do this, you always get much more well fixed eyes. Just have a wee look, everything's fine. A wee bit of head cement down. You don't need it on this where the underbody is, really, because it's going to be covered by the D-rib, which is very durable, but it does no harm. And then I'm just going to come forward with this. I'm no fussed if there's a gap or anything in the pearl, it's just an indication. I come under the shank there and tie it off at the front. Then I'll come in and trim away my waist. With that, I can set it aside for my next fly. I'll bring the D-rib round, touch and turns, and you'll see that the colour will really pop. You'll get a nice sort of segmented body, and the pearl will shine through. And then with this, I come through the top between the bead chain, catch it off, and then 2 or 3 turns, trim away the waist. I'll turn the fly over. The wing is Pseudo here. right? I mean, you could use craft fur, but Dave and all the Bream guides here seem to prefer pseudo hair. I don't know. I don't know that it makes a difference, to be honest. I think the pseudo hair tangles a wee bit in the hook point sometimes, and that's, I would generally use craft fur, but the pseudo hair also gives you like a more solid wing. You know, it's if you're representing a wee crab or something, it separates less than the craft fur. Keep it quite sparse, and what I like to do, rather than come right out to the tips, I'll just sort of find where I like the taper and just tear it, and it won't tear at a straight edge. You'll still get that nice sort of tapered look. The wing length, I want it a body length past the back of the hook basically, so we'll just offer that in, pinch and loop it in 2 or 3 turns, see how we're sitting. Split that around the hook. Tease it just a wee bit, and then I'm happy, then I can tighten in. Trim away the waist. Just if there's any wee fuzzy bits, I just like to blow them just to make sure they're not attached. Now, again, to help with security, get some head cement on the thread before I wrap it. I come to the front, I get it on those cut ends and wind back into them. And that way I don't run the risk of it sucking up into the wing. Just clean my eye just in case. And the last thing is the legs. Now you can go for natural. I mean, again, it's you choose the colours you like and all that. The legs that they've put on were silly legs, but the way the Bream eat your fly, they kind of peck at it a lot, and even if you don't hook them, they'll often just knock the legs off if it's silly legs. So I'm using flex floss, right? This is the full and mill stuff. It's nice, it's quite straight, which is ideal for using for legs. Sometimes it's a bit too curly, depending on the brand you get. But this is really tough, right? They can't peck this away. So just check I've got enough here. I'll just come in, come back nearly the length of the wing. Don't make it too long because the legs will tangle on the bend of the hook if you do. 2 or 3 turns. And I want it sort of to the side. Fold this around. Pinch it in. That looks okay. So I'll just run this forward to create a bit of separation between the 2 sets of legs. So that they kind of move independently. I like them to be, I don't want them rolling onto the top, right? I want that to be fairly flat here. Right, you can see that's if you're looking at the hook from what would be above when it's fishing, the legs are coming off at the side. Let these, trim them a wee bit shorter, tidy up your head, and then you can whip finish. And that's it. There's more Bitchin bream fly. Deadly. So I hope that was useful. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up below, and we'll see you for another one. Tight lines, guys. Bye.